Hey, I'm Hunt, and this is Hunt on LSU, your channel for LSU Fighting Tiger football talk. Enjoy the video. We want you to leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe right below the video. Enjoy. I thought if Bo Nix played a great game and Oregon won the Pac-12 over Washington, a top 5 team at the time, that he would have the inside track to win the Heisman Trophy. Because the argument would be made that Bo, not statistically, because obviously Jayden Daniels statistically had that thing on lock, but the argument would be, okay, this guy played better in bigger spots than Jayden Daniels. He went and he played Oregon State, top 15 team at the time, everything on the line for Oregon, goes out there and has a great game and they win, then comes back and avenges the only loss that he had under the lights, only game on, Friday night to get into the playoff, all that. Like, that would, I think, have been trouble for Jayden Daniels. We'll never know, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's the way it felt to me. So we're all sitting there watching, and Washington throws the first punch. I mean, they come out, they lead 10-0 in that game, and I'm thinking, man, this is going well. Nix is not playing very well. They're punting, and it's lining up. And you go to halftime at 20-10, and then Oregon comes out and really, I thought, took control of the game in the third quarter. They took the lead 24-20, and Nix had accounted for 2 touchdowns early and was running a little bit, and I'm thinking this is not going great. And all the while, like, Jimmy's tweeting out the odds. Everybody's got the odds, and they're changing almost by the possession. When Nix throws a touchdown and Oregon takes the lead, he becomes the betting favorite. Then when he throws the interception and Washington takes the lead, then Jayden Daniels becomes the favorite. And it fluctuated so big. And then when Washington scores to take a 2-score lead late, I mean, Jayden Daniels becomes the overwhelming favorite. He was like minus 600 at that point. We got Jimmy Ott tweeting out like curtains, it's over. And it felt that way. With 2 minutes to go, Washington goes down and gets that touchdown. You're like, all right, we can put it to bed. This thing is over. And then Nix threads the needle, and the Oregon kid turns the corner and takes it in from a mile out for a touchdown. And I'm going, oh, my God. No way. No way he's going to get the stage to come back from 2 scores down inside of 4 minutes. But Washington recovers the onside kick, and they do enough to get it home. And I believe that eliminates Bo Nix from any possibility of winning the Heisman Trophy. And if you start talking about Michael Penix and his undefeated season and the way that he played in that game, I think it's tough to make the case. Michael Penix for this season ran for negative 18 yards. Jayden Daniels edged Michael Penix in total offense by 90 yards per game. 90 yards per game. If you looked at just purely passing numbers, Penix's are very good. He finished the season with the most yards per game in the country and obviously the most passing yards in the country. He threw for 4,200 yards, a little over that. Jayden Daniels only 3,800 yards, so per game it's about a 7-yard difference. But if you factor in the fact that Jayden Daniels accounted for 40 passing touchdowns and only 4 interceptions, Michael Penix 33 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, that becomes very difficult to do. And you look at the fact that Michael Penix had a couple games that were just absolute clunkers. I mean, against Arizona State, he was 27 of 42 for 275, threw a couple of touchdowns, and they didn't score an offensive touchdown in that game. It's a bad Arizona State team, by the way. And Jayden never really had the clunker. Yeah, his second half wasn't awesome against Florida State, but the numbers look pretty good overall. And I do think that Jayden Daniels, that long run against Florida is kind of the Heisman moment. You got a quarterback that can take it 85 yards for a touchdown. That was that day, and then he backed it up with more highlight-level plays. I just don't know if there's a case to be made for anybody else. I think that Nix gets an invite. I think that Penix gets an invite. It would not shock me if Marvin Harrison got an invite as well. But at this point, statistically speaking, in terms of the moments, I just don't know that you can make a cogent argument for anyone but Jayden Daniels. I'm sure folks will vote for Michael Penix, but I saw a lot of Heisman voters on Twitter today getting their thank you for voting for the Heisman Trophy, just kind of prove, hey, I've submitted my ballot. And many of them suggested it was a pretty easy call for them. And when I read that, I think that the easy call is going with Jayden Daniels. It would take a lot of gymnastics to get to Michael Penix or Bo Nix. It seems easy to me to point to Jayden Daniels, the ridiculous statistical season that he had, that LSU continues to churn out the content with the billboards and that kid Jayden doc that they're airing and the statistics that are being blasted out all the time. I think that people are too aware of just how phenomenal Jayden Daniels was all season long, and I think that it's going to be open and shut case, and I think that the vote will be pretty decisive on Saturday, and LSU will have the third Heisman Trophy winner in the history of the program. I think that's a very, very, very cool thing that we got to witness. Yes, disappointing that LSU lost 3 games and struggled on defense so badly in those games, couldn't do enough to get Jayden onto a bigger stage than they did, but ultimately he was so good and nobody came and took it from him. And that's what it was going to take. And I thought it was set up for that, but nobody came and took it from him. So I think Jayden Daniels will be the Heisman Trophy winner. Incidentally, I think some of you Saints fans will be enamored with this a little bit. Pro Football Focus came out with its first mock draft of the season today. And with the 9th selection, the New Orleans Saints taking Jayden Daniels. It's a cranky fan base right now. But you take an LSU Heisman winner and put him on that roster, all of a sudden, I think you can kind of reignite the fuse there a little bit. I think that would make some people very, very happy down here. It would go from years and years and years of, they never signed any LSU players, never any LSU players, no LSU players. And they signed Jarvis Landry and signed Tyrann Mathieu, and then they draft the Heisman winner. I think we could all agree that would be pretty fun. But I think first things first, that is the Heisman Trophy on Saturday, and I think LSU will be the recipient of the third Heisman Trophy in program history. Very, very cool for JD5, who seems to be taking his stride. And huge, huge, huge hat tip to Cody Worsham, to Emily Dixon, to the entire crew of folks that are working in media production over there at LSU, because they are doing a sensational job promoting their guy for this award. It's been really, really cool to watch them kind of unleash all the technology and all the creativity and all the resources that they have to launch this campaign. And they were certainly prepared for it entering the season, and they've executed that plan to perfection. It's been really, really cool to just see Twitter flooded with all the awesome stuff about LSU's quarterback this year. So we'll see. Matt's going to head up to New York on Friday. He'll do his show from Legends on Friday, and then on Saturday, a special pre-Heisman Trophy presentation show. So we'll have a presence up there in New York, and very much looking forward to see what Matt can drum up there, because I think it's going to be a very, very cool weekend for the purple and gold. Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.